We're live here on the Northstar Network, streaming on YouTube. I'm Joey Cox, your play-by-play commentator. I'll be joined alongside Jordan Piotrowski in a little bit. But before we get going with the game and our tip-off, we're going to have a senior night ceremony for the three seniors here on the Northstar team, Ijan McDowell, Reed, Diesel Hall, and Dominic DeViro. So we'll have a ceremony for them, and then of course the cheerleaders will have a ceremony as well. So stick around for the senior night ceremony coming up. We'll have that here live, and then we'll be back for tip-off.
Your hard work, effort, and commitment are appreciated by your coaches, your school, and your families. To the families, thank you for your constant support. From long distance, no-way games, and competitions. Volunteering with every game, cheering loudly at every event, and most important, for raising your sons and daughters and the fine young men and women this day before us today. And now, let's meet our Northstar basketball cheerleading seniors. First, let's meet the basketball cheerleading seniors. To start off with cheerleading seniors, Lanaya Adair. Lanaya's volley is scored by Mount Rachel, her older sister Jasmine, and her younger brother Holden. After graduating, Lanaya plans to attend college and study early childhood education. To her teammates, Lanaya wants to say thank you for believing in her, supporting her on her hardest days, and reminding her why she fell in love with this sport. She is beyond grateful for each and every one of you and the memories you continue to make together. Lanaya Adair! Next up, we have Owen Jeffy. Owen is a school writer who inspires her every day and her little brother Steve. Future plans include attending college, possibly the University of Albany, where she helps to major in business and athletics, get involved in campus, travel the world, and live life to the fullest. To her teammates, Owo says thank you for making the short time you shared with so meaningful. She will never forget the memories, the tears, and laughter that made her high school years unforgettable. You are all amazing. Never stop glowing. Owo Jeffy! Next up, Isabella McLeod. Isabella is scored down by Jessica Dan, brothers Alex, Ken, and Rocco. Isabella plans to major in childhood education. Her favorite memory is performing at stage with her teammates last year. Her message to the team, in your best German voice, B5 I love you girls. Isabella McLeod. Now recognizing G. Mulligan Sanchez. Jamie is scored by her mountain company, stepdad Billy, sister Alicia, and Alicia's boyfriend Jacob. Jamie plans to major in psychology and earn her master's degree in school counseling. Her message to her teammates to never stop being hungry. And she wants you all to know how much she loves you. Jamie Mulligan Sanchez. Now please welcome Eva Spanafor. Eva is scored by mom Chelsea, stepdad Scott, and her sister Ellie. Eva plans to continue cheering throughout college while majoring in criminology. Her message to her teammates, thank you for believing in her and being the family she chose. She encourages you all to never give up, keep pushing forward, trust your coaches, and to know that you can achieve anything that you set your minds to. Eva Spanafor! Now recognizing Stevie Tonis. Stevie is a scorer tonight by her mom, Nikki. Stevie plans to continue her education while studying psychology with the goal of working in the behavioral health field. Stevie is grateful for learning what it truly means to support one another through both the best and the hardest days, and then come back stronger together. She feels blessed to have teammates and coaches whose hard dedication, resilience and teamwork, Stevie Thomas. And finally, Mercedes Vargas. Mercedes is scored by Dave King, Mom, William, sister Chloe, and Angelina, brothers Giovanni, Javi, and Meg. Mercedes plans to attend college to major in early childhood education. Her message to her teammates: you are more than a team, you are her family. Thank you for always inspiring her to do better. Having her back no matter what, she is beyond grateful to have shared this journey with all of you. Mercedes Vargas. And we have a message from your coaches. Girls, we can't believe this night has finally come, and we're so proud of the young women that you've grown to be. You faced challenges with strength, celebrated victories together, and built bonds that will last beyond this season. Thank you for the dedication, heart, and passion you brought to the Northstars every single day. Remember, once a Northstar, always a Northstar, and you will forever be a part of this family. We're so honored to have shared this journey with such an amazing group of girls, and we can't wait to see what all incredible things you'll do next. Thank you to their senior basketball cheerleaders and their coaching staff and their family. Next up, please welcome to the floor our senior basketball players. Our first senior, Diesel, a.k.a. Diggy Hall. Diesel is scored by John Schneible here. That's stepdad Alex Jones. Diesel has been an indelible member of the CNS program, and his positive, upbeat attitude is something his coaches and teammates appreciate. While missing a last season with an injury, Diesel never missed a day, and was always engaged in helping the team improve their practice. Diesel was recently accepted into Lynch University, among others, but still on his side, we're going to let the ball. Diesel! Hall! Our second senior is Dominic Calzero. Dominic is last, joined by his parents, Sandro and his brothers Nicholas and Alex. Dom is the last standing member of the CNS Junior High Fair team and is the third brother in his Avera family to play for the Northstars. Dom was named captain before this season, and his leadership has been very important to this young team. Dom is a rare three-sport athlete and was all CNY on the football field this past fall. And will major and was an intercourse with the lacrosse team. Dom will continue his career in the ball, where he will play across Dominic Calzero. From Cicero-North Syracuse. Has been a force on the hardwood the past 2 seasons. He started on the 20-2 league champion Northstars just a year ago. This season he was named the captain and is among the leaders in the entire section in assists. Mahjong was recently named All-State on the football field after rushing for 1,500 yards and 21 touchdowns as a senior. Mahjong, and go! The remaining 5 minutes
We're live here on the Northstar Network, streaming on YouTube. I'm Joey Cox, your play-by-play commentator, joined alongside Jordan Piotrowski. Thank you so much for joining us. Our camera operator, Owen Lynch, also joining us here as we bring you senior night, as some of the seniors getting the start. Dom DeViro and Diesel Hall, a.k.a. D Hall, getting the start here tonight alongside Myja McDowell-Reed, the third senior on the roster, and Brennan Tyler and Darren Carter Jr. rounding out the starting lineup. So we're going to have the national anthem sung in just a moment. We'll be back.
You should put your right hand over your heart for the sake of our national anthem. Well, please enter the seniors high school chorus. Senior anthems up, one, please.
We welcome you back here to the Northstar Network, streaming on YouTube. I'm Joey Cox, your play-by-play commentator, alongside Jordan Piotrowski, as we're getting our starting lineups. While we do that, we might as well get the stats for today's game. Stat comparison between the two. Of course, we got the North Stars facing up against their rival, the Baldwinsville Bees. So, looking at their stats, when you look at the face value stats, they're pretty comparable side by side. Bees just edging out the North Stars in points per game with 58 compared to the North Stars 57, but it's a landslide victory for the North Stars in points allowed average, 51 versus the Bees 71. So the Bees opponents are significantly outscoring them in all of their matchups, where the North Stars underscoring by 6 points. And then, of course, rebounds per game, the Bees just edge out the North Stars with 24. And then some other stats not listed on our graphic there. 10 assists per game for the North Stars, 9 for the Bees. Steals per game, 5 for the North Stars, 4 for the Bees. And averaging about 1 block per game. Both of them are averaging that. Of course, the North Stars, record-wise, are outweighing the Bees. 7-11 for the North Stars, 3-14 for the Bees. So senior night, as we're getting our starting lineups. Again, 3 out of the 5 members of the starting lineup belong to the class of 2026. Diesel Hall, D Hall, 22 out there. Dom DeViro, Myja McDowell-Reed, and rounding out that starting lineup is Brennan Tyler and Darren Carter Jr. And on the other side of the ball for the Bees, number 1, Michael Ryan, number 3, Michael Virginia, number 11, Finn Collins, number 12, Christopher Petruno, and finally number 23, Aiden Griffin. Of course, our officials for today's game, Trevor Bacon, Dan Abreu, and Antonio Scramale. So thank you so much for joining us again. Here is senior night. Also, the theme for tonight for our student section is USA night, as we're getting ready to go underway here. Now Darren Carter Jr. and Aiden Griffin in there for the opening tip-off as our final formations. Again, we got 3 out of the 5 starting lineup members are part of class of 2026. So they're getting some valuable playtime. Diesel Hall looking for his first points, first stat of the season, as Dom DeViro gets his 4th point of the season. He's got 2 coming in last game. We broadcast here on the Northstar Network, and he gets an early 2 here on senior night. What a way to start things off for the North Stars.
Within 5 seconds, student section going crazy.
Making some noise as that one's knocked down in an exchange of points early on. Now, I talked about the defense for the Bees a little bit when it comes to stats. 71 points allowed average. That's really where the Bees have struggled. They're not struggling in points. They're scoring significant totals as Tyler's 3 off the mark. But they don't have any shortage of points. They're actually, again, outscoring the North Stars as they take the lead there 4-2. But as Dom DeViro slows things down. But again, no shortage of points. It's just been with the constant coach changes over the years, another exchange of points. It's just been back and forth to start things off as both seniors getting in some stats here tonight. 2 out of the 3, I should say. Diesel Hall again looking for his first stats of the year. But yeah, I expect this one to be high scoring. Bees, they didn't score as much versus the North Stars last time, about a month ago, 51 points, but they allowed 72 to the North Stars. So they do score points. It's just they struggle to prevent points on the other end. McDowell Reed gets it out to Diesel Hall, kicks it out to Tyler. Tyler drives. He lays that one up for 2, and the North Stars have gained the lead, 6-4. Not quite an assist there for Diesel Hall, but still a good setup there. That one he pulls up after putting on the brakes as Darren Carter Jr. just lays back.
Student section really going crazy right now for senior night.
Good turnout there. Good turnout overall here tonight. Not as big as last game here on the Northstar Network. As here comes Dom DeViro. He's got 2 of the 6 total points here for the North Stars. Just dumps that one off to Tyler. Tyler kicks it out. Here's McDowell Reed from 3. Just rings out, and a rebound and place back. Put back there for Tyler.
Brennan Tyler just right there for the rebound, plops right in his hands, and he gets to the finish.
Yeah. Come the North Star, or the Bees the other way, and they have a response of their own, keeping things close early on. And the other one was just very lopsided at Baldwinsville. 72 again, 51 the final score. And that's just where the Bees have struggled. There's been a lot of coaching changes. Diesel Hall looks to put up his first points of the year. He can't. And there's going to be a foul.
Just a great pass by McDowell Reed. Just unfortunate Hall unable to finish. A great bounce pass around the defender. Again, our officials here today, Trevor Bacon, Dan Abreu, and Antonio Scramale. As there's a deep one from Diesel Hall. D Hall can't get it to connect. Bees coming the other way, as there's going to be a foul on Carter Jr. As here to shoot 2, it's Michael Virginia. So a chance to tie things up here from the line. That one just gets an unlucky rock of the rim. Rings out. 0 for 1 here at the line. The second one does fall for Virginia. Here comes Dom DeViro, cuts through the defense, lays that one up, just can't get it to fall. So the Bees down 1. Here's a transition 3, and that one bakes in. It's Aiden Griffin who knocks down 3 for the Bees. And they have just all of a sudden gotten the lead up 2. The Bees starting to buzz right now.
Yep.
Trying to get more momentum going. Tyler here working with it. Gets it over to Carter. Carter's working on him. Back to Tyler. Tyler kicks it out. McDowell-Reed going to take it as himself. Tries to bounce it inside for D. Hall. Just can't complete.
McDowell-Reed making all these phenomenal passes so far. Just amazing bounce passes, trying to get it to mostly Diesel Hall today.
Yeah.
But just can't finish or get the passes to connect.
McDowell-Reed, he looks. He's going to kick that out to DeViro. DeViro looks. Gets that back out to Tyler. Tyler takes it himself, throws that one up, and knocks down a 2 to tie it up 10-10. 4:15 left to go in this first quarter, just about halfway through. And we got ourselves a tie ball game. There's a rebound for DeViro. His first of the year, as a matter of fact. Zips it over to Tyler, who holds. Gets it to Carter. Carter going through, and that's going to be a travel.
Beeville got real lucky right there. 4 of their defenders were in the paint, and that left McDowell-Reed wide open for 3, but no one saw him. So CNS going to walk away empty-handed after that possession.
Petruno. Here working with it now. It's Virginia. Haven't seen a line change yet here today. I'm thinking more hockey there, as that one is overthrown. Virginia tried to haul that one in, but we haven't seen any substitutions yet here today for either team. So about 4:20 in play time here for both of these lineups. DeViro slowing down. Fires over to Tyler. Tyler, here's Hall. He's going to find his way inside, and he gets his first points of the year. Diesel Hall knocks down 2 on senior night. Northstar's up 12-0, or 12-10, excuse me.
And when it's
there's a 3. Bada bang, look at that. It's Aiden Griffin again. He had a 3 earlier. Actually, the last points for the Bees was the 3 from Aiden Griffin, and he's got back-to-back 3s. Tyler turns, shoots, and the North Stars have regained the lead. Just been back and forth so far here. Just exchange of points after exchange of points. It's just nobody's letting up here on offense.
Yeah, CNS has had 2 fouls, but that hasn't gone against them in any way so far.
Yep. McDowell-Reed corrals the rebound, gets it over to Tyler, who works. Tries to zip it in for Braden Dems. So one of our first kind of substitutions here as we get another substitution for the North Stars. Stevens and Shepard Polo is going to come to the game. Hall going to exit, and so is DeViro. So the 2 bench seniors going to head back to the bench after they get some nice play time here in the first. So both of them adding some valuable play time and some big points here in the first quarter as they get subbed out for some of the usual starters. Stevens out there, the leading scorer for the North Stars, as he throws that one up is fouled. He's got a chance at 2. So second trip to the line for either team here today. First for the North Stars, as the North Stars working with just a 1-point lead. 2:07 left to go in the first quarter here on senior night, as Stevens drills the first. He's got his second as well, 2 for 2 from his first trip to the line. Virginia working with it the other way. Gets it over to Ryan. Ryan looks inside, can't find anybody open. Gets it up top for Griffin. Griffin, this one a 3, off the mark for Mascare. Here's a 3 from Ryan. North Stars finally get the rebound. Here's McDowell-Reed with steam just zips it over to Tyler, who knocks it down.
That's the definition of teamwork right there. He read Tyler, found him.
Oh,
and another steal right here.
There's Dems with a steal. He's got 10 on the season, make it 11 as that one's a step back three for Stevens, who fires that one over to Polos. He's wide open. He knocks it down. Shepard, Polos, and the North Stars are just laying it on. Up 8, 1:12 left to go. We'll be back. Welcome you back here to the Northstar Network, streaming on YouTube. Thank you so much for joining us. So here come the Bees the other way. They were keeping things close, but the North Stars have just pulled away after that. Big three from Polos. So that one's knocked away. The North Stars get a block, however. Ratliff is there for the rebound, and it's a jump ball.
I'm surprised they didn't call that a travel in the paint. It looks like he grabbed the ball and then was in the air when he had full possession of the ball.
Right.
But they're going to call that a gather step.
So it's staying with the Bees. Ratliff looks for a in, and he gets it, just Griffin not able to finish. McDowell-Reed the other way. Gets it over to Polos, who had the big three before the timeout. Here's Tyler. Gets it over to Polos. Polos back to McDowell-Reed. Here's Stevens. Stevens works, looks for his first bucket of the day other than his free throws, as he does right there.
Wow. Just a great play. He's going all around, loop-de-loop and pull, and he finds the layup.
Yep. North Stars now working with a 10-point lead. Shot clock off, 20 seconds left in the first. Three working on three. There's a corner three. Speaking of threes, speaking of another three, knocks that one away. Here's Tyler. Tyler gets it poke free. There's a push, I believe, there. Here comes Tyler. Stevens thought about it. He wanted to bounce it. There's a corner three from McDowell-Reed as he wanted to get the rebound but couldn't get it and shoot in time. So that does it for the first. North Stars lead by 10. We'll be back.
Welcome you back here on the Northstar Network, streaming on YouTube. I'm Joey Cox, your play-by-play commentator, joined alongside Jordan Piotrowski. Thank you so much for joining us for senior night. The North Stars taking on the Baldwinsville Bees, as the North Stars working with the 10-point lead. Here's Polos, who hit a big three earlier. And here's Stevens, who just hit two. Stevens works on Ratliff. Back here's Tyler. That's a deep three off the mark. And it's going the other direction.
Who?
Virginia slows things down. Gets it over to Ratliff. Ratliff looks. And that one's poked free. Here comes McDowell-Reed with space ahead of them. And that's an easy bucket.
Touched the backboard on that one. He had a lot of speed and a lot of jump.
Could have got the slam dunk right there.
He might be able to touch rim.
Yeah. Ratliff lobs that one up for Virginia. Virginia looks, gets it inside to Webster. Webster works, gets it back. Here's Pope. Pope looks, he stops and throws the deep two down. Just a great putting on the brakes is Stevens here from beyond the arc. Looks, kicks that out, and that one's poked free as Stevens tries to knock it away. And there's Pope, who nearly gets the slam dunk himself.
He might have felt insulted by McDowell-Reed touching backboard on that one.
Yeah.
And wanted to retaliate.
Here's Polos. Polos gets that poked free, but he stays on his feet. There's Tyler for the three, off the mark.
There was a misread by Beeville defense right there. They left him wide open, but couldn't finish.
There's Pope's back-to-back twos. Knocks down one. That one, a deep three. Off the mark once more. Tyler's taken a couple tries from deep, just can't connect. There's a stop and pop from Pope. But it's off the mark. Feeds that one inside as Dems knocks down two, and another timeout here. The North Stars up 8. That's going to be a timeout this time by the North Stars. 27-19, the North Stars lead. 5:42 left to go. Welcome you back here to the Northstar Network. As here comes Ryan the other way for the Bees after the North Stars take a timeout to regroup. Up 27-19. Gets it over to Pope. Pope, who's got 4 straight points. Looks to make it 6. He turns, shoots. It's off the mark, so he can't complete. Stevens coming the other way. He's been making some big plays here tonight. Neshi out there on the court. Gets it over to Stevens, who shoots from 3. He drills it. Stevens pulls the trigger from deep.
Nearly hit the
and
logo
it's pure.
on that one.
Right. Stevens with the jump back 3. It was a beaut.
It was almost like a stop and pop right there. He moved back, stopped, and popped it.
There's a foul there on Mascari. As here's Stevens after the foul, and his big three. It's working. Turns, fires it inside for Dems. Dems looks, gets it out. Stevens looks for another. Can't complete. So that one is poke free, and it's a rebound. Here's Neshi, feeds it inside for Dems. Dems works. Can't get over top of Griffin. There's Griffin the other way. Fires over to Pope. Pope, he cuts through the defense, just can't complete once more. Pope, after having 2 straight buckets, is 0 for 2 on his last 2 attempts. Gets that over to Polos. Polos knocks down the 3. He's got 2 today.
CNS almost running away with its game, and it's only the second quarter with 4 minutes to go.
Here comes Ratliff. Just hands that off to Griffin, who knocks on the doorstep, just can't complete. Neshi works. He tries to get inside, kicks it out. Stevens wanted to shoot 3, as they're going to call it travel because he came back down. Couple substitutions for both teams, as Caden Antoine comes in, averaging about 2.5 points per game. Getting some play time. Here comes Ryan. Slowing things down like molasses here. That one puts on the brakes and throws that one up. The putback from Petruno. Stevens. Back to Neshi. Neshi bounces it to Polos. Polos back to Stevens. Stevens working on Ratliff. Gets it out to Polos. Polos looking for his 3rd. Can't get it to fall, though. Antoine gets the rebound and tries to throw it up. Here comes the Bees the other way. Here's a transition 3. Can't get it to fall, though. A rebound by Ratliff. Here's Ryan. Ryan trying to get the high poster. It's a rebound and a foul here on the North Stars. So this is the 3rd trip to the line for either team here so far today. So Zachary Webster here to shoot 2. Again, the Bees have only traveled the line once, and it was an 0 for 1 trip from Virginia, excuse me. As we have a special guest joining us here from the JV game, it's Jimmy Ginsberg. So Webster misses the first. Looking to get his team back up to 500 from the line. He knocks down the second.
Just a great game today.
Yeah, this has been definitely a great showing from both teams. Bees holding on despite feeling some pressure from the North Stars D.
Absolutely.
As there's a great extra effort from Virginia to knock down 2. Tries to feed it in for Hall, who actually had his first points in that first quarter, excuse me. But looking for some more here. DeViro back in the game, so got all the seniors back in the lineup. Alongside Neshi and Stevens. Here's Neshi at the top of the key. He takes it himself, throws that one up, nearly falls down, just can't get it to go. Signals Petruno. Gets it over to Virginia. Back to Petruno. Here's Ryan. Ryan looks over to Petruno. Petruno drives and He's going to go to the line for 2. The team 2 for 4 here from the line so far. As Petruno's got his first trip. Is that one off the back of the rim? As the team maintains 500. And we got a trend going. Every player for the Bees who have gone to the line have missed their first, made their second. DeViro fires that one outside to McDowell-Reed. Working on the double team. Gets it out to DeViro, who takes it himself. Gets it in for Hall. Hall tries to kick it out to nobody. It looked like he really had no choice there. Felt the double team. It was going to get poked free. Just Tyler not there in time. But the North Stars do get lucky, as it does get a deflection off of a Bees hand. And that's fired back court for DeViro. DeViro over to Reed, who puts on the brakes and slows things down. Reed just flings that over to Tyler, who takes it in, kicks it out to DeViro, who puts on the brakes and lets that one fly, just can't connect. Here come the Bees. They're going to have to slow things down, let the play develop. Petruno fires that one up for Ryan. There's Petruno, who gets it knocked free from Hall, but the reach is called. 40 seconds left, a reset of the shot clock here. 15-second difference. Excuse me, 5-second difference. Gets it over to Ryan. Ryan up to Virginia. Virginia lobs that one up, and it's broken up by the North Stars. Now the shot clock's off. 30 seconds to go. North Stars lead at 33-25. Timeout taken per team. So 5 left heading into halftime, unless we get a timeout here with 16. Tyler is going to get nearly called for a backcourt violation, but he gets it just before. Under 10, Diesel Hall throws it up, just can't get it to fall. The Bees are going to have to shoot quickly here on transition. It's knocked free from Diesel Hall. He's kind of beating himself up about that, but that prevented the Bees from scoring before half. So that does it here for the first. Thank you so much for joining us. Don't go anywhere. More senior night action coming up when we come back in about 10 minutes.
We welcome you back here to the Northstar Network streaming on YouTube. I'm Joey Cox, your play-by-play commentator. Thank you so much for joining us here for this second half of senior night action here at CNS High School. 16 minutes of play left to go. Here combined amongst two quarters, 33-25, CNS leads. A lot of players getting involved, but the big story tonight so far, Brennan Tyler, 10 first half points, and Stevens also getting in on the action. He's got 7 first half points. Looking to add on to that one. As Virginia works, looking to decrease the deficit. Gets that over to Griffin. Griffin back to Virginia. Virginia back to Griffin. Back and forth, looking for a way in. There's Virginia. He stops on a dime and throws that one up off the backboard and knocks it down for 2.
Beeville already bringing it back to a 6-point deficit.
See if they can hold off the North Stars on defense. That's been their big problem this season. Stevens cuts through, throws it up. It's poke free. Stevens falls on top. And that's going to be on Petruno for a push. As here's Tyler. Fires that one back to Stevens. Petruno going to step back. Stevens working. Dem sets the screen, kicks that out. Here's Carter. Stevens was open. Carter fires that one. Here goes Stevens. Stevens kicks it out. Here's McDowell-Reed. He throws that one up, but he's fouled. The North Stars go to the line. It's McDowell-Reed. Second trip to the line for the North Stars. 2 for 2 from the line. The first time and the last time was Aiden Stevens. McDowell-Reed's first one trickles in. Looking for the second. Can't get it to go. So North Stars 3 for 4 here from the line. As that one's poked free from the grasp of Virginia by Reed. But it's sticking with the Bees as they buzz their way, looking to decrease the deficit. Pope, some ankle breakers there. Gets it over to Ryan. Ryan back to Pope. Pope surveys his options. Pope just stops on a dime, throws down the step back jumper. Stevens going the other way. Still working with the lead as Stevens puts that one up, and it's off the backboard, no good. Petruno over to Virginia, who slows things down. Virginia signals Pope. There's Griffin, who holds, turns, looks for somebody, takes it in himself, turns, shoots. It's off the mark, but looking for the putback. Here's Pope from 3. Matthew Pope knocks down a deep one. It's a 2-point deficit, 2-point lead for the North Stars. McDowell-Reed, he's triple team, kicks it out. There's Carter, who responds. As a full timeout here by the North Stars. So we'll take a break here. Huge 3 from Carter to respond to Matthew Pope's 3 on the other end. We'll be back. Welcome you back here to the Northstar Network, streaming on YouTube. I'm Joey Cox. This is Matthew Pope. Gets that over to Ryan. He's working against Stevens. Tyler looking to poke that one free. As a reach in for Tyler. First here of this third quarter for the North Stars. First of the game for Tyler. As here's Virginia. Gets it in for Pope, back to Virginia. Virginia working against McDowell Reed, lays that one up. Can't get it to fall, gets his own rebound. Fires that up top for Griffin. Griffin takes it himself, gets it back after it's poked free by McDowell Reed. Here's Petruno. Petruno zips it over to Pope. Pope works. Shot clock still up there, though winding down. Sets the screen and the three off the mark. Petruno gets the rebound and puts it back for two. And it's just a 3-point deficit here for the Bees as they're buzzing their way back into this one. McDowell Reed working against the double team. Gets it out to Carter, who hit a clutch three before the timeout by the North Stars. He throws that one up. It's off the mark. Here's Pope. Pope working the other direction, makes Carter overshoot. And Pope knocks down the backboard too. It's a 1-point game.
And just like that, Beeville is right back and ready to dominate this game.
Ready to sting.
Definitely.
They're in striking range. As here they could take the lead. Here's Petruno. He turns, shoots off the mark, and Carter Jr. there for the rebound.
The North Stars hear the buzzing from the Bees.
And they're ready to strike back and swat them away. It's Carter who knocks it down, and he's got a chance at a 3-point play.
Just when Baldwinsville thought they were going to sting them right in the back, North Stars strike right back with an and one.
North Stars can hear the buzz of the Bees. They turn, swat them away before they can strike and sting.
But the light of the North Stars is way too bright for the Bees.
It's like they're flying into the star and then they don't realize it's 1,000,000 degrees until you get to the surface.
Definitely.
As Carter The Bees make the foul shot to make it a 1-point game. As Carter works, and there we go. So Carter just, man, back-to-back points for him. Pope here working. 3-point deficit for the Bees. So they're looking to get the rebound, but it's hauled in by Dems. Fires that one over to Tyler. Tyler working. Just stops on a dime. Pulls back. That's, that one's blocked. The 3 attempt, Tyler didn't see him coming from behind. Polos flicks it over to McDowell Reed, who slows things down. McDowell, he throws that one up top, and it's off the mark. Here comes the Bees. Pope working on Tyler. Kicks that one out. Here's a 3 off the mark. Gets his own rebound. It's Griffin. Griffin just hooks that one up top, and it rings out. Tries to keep it in. It's Webster. But to no avail. So here's Dems.
Gets it to Carter, who's been on fire here tonight from down low. There's McDowell-Reed, who fights through the double team to knock that one down, and the North Stars have gotten a 5-point lead here. As official timeout here.
I believe it's for, I think that's Brain Dems tying his shoe.
Yep. So Dems to reset here. So after that momentary break, here's Virginia. Gets it over to Pope, who's working on Tyler. It's poked free, but a reach on Tyler. That's the third for the team, second for Tyler. Here's Pope. He just decides to take the three. It's deep. Call it a pass if you want. Lobs it up for Webster, who gets it over, and here's an and one for Pope. Gets the rebound. And Pope here, a chance at a three-point play to make it a 2-point game. Larry Nesci coming into the game for Dems. Pope here at a chance again at a 3-point play. Pope knocks it down. So 2-point game here, 1:27 left in the third. Here's Dems, kicks it out. Here's Carter, off the mark. Excuse me, that was McDowell-Reed. And it's out on the Bees. Here's Tyler, fires it out to Nesci. Nesci back to Carter. Carter looks out to Tyler. Tyler from the line, kicks it out. Here's a corner three. It rocks the rim. And Carter drills it.
Darren Carter's been like the mist to these Bees, really trying to disable them on offense.
So that's the only problem about the Bees is they may struggle on defense, but they can sting on offense. As there's a travel, looked like he called the travel, but
Offensive foul of some sorts.
I don't know. It looked like he rotated his hands, but they're going to call it an offensive foul because for the next 45 seconds, the Bees are in the bonus. It's fun. It's fun to say. Bees are in the bonus.
Definitely.
Gets that back to Pope. Pope just lobs that one up.
Just like what you were saying, Joey.
A 1-point game.
Just like what you were saying, Joey. They're great at attacking on offense.
Yeah, and again, the stats show it. They're beating out the North Stars by about a point a game in their offensive scoring, though they're trailing behind the North Stars significantly by 20 points allowed per game. So that's really where the struggle is for the Bees, and right now today they're well below their average. So they need to hold the North Stars off for this fourth and final quarter. Shot clock is off. Carter, he's got to fire. He does. He gets the three! As that one's just chucked down court. And Carter, he has been on fire. Wow. Incredible.
He's just been coming out burning. like the tires peeling right at the start of a race. He was
Exactly.
been on fire.
This whole third quarter has been to Darren Carter Jr. We'll be back. Don't go anywhere. Thriller here on senior night. We'll welcome you back here to the North Star Network, streaming on YouTube. Here's Stevens back in the lineup. A bounce pass. Inside off the mark. As the Bees buzzing their way the other direction, down 4. Pope signaling some people. Virginia over to Paterno. That one is knocked away from Pope, and it's staying with the Bees. The Bees. Pope turns, shoots, and it just rings out. Here's Stevens the other way. Dowry kicks it out. Tyler back to Stevens. Stevens wanted to shoot. Gets it over to Carter, who's been on fire from deep. There's McDowell-Reed, who wants to get in on the action, just can't complete. That one thrown up by Virginia. He tries to get the putback off his own rebound. Can't get it to fall, and it's been a little bit dry scoring-wise here in these first few minutes. Stevens working on Paterno as he knocks that one down. It trickles off the front, and there's a timeout taken. So a full timeout here taken by the North Stars. We'll be back in just a moment.
We welcome you back here to the Northstar Network, streaming on YouTube. 6-point lead for the Northstar for the North Stars, not the network, as the Bees working with the deficit. Throws that one up, and the Bees, Zachary Webster, got a response. Now down 4. This one's been close since the start of the second half. Nice little fake there, and there's Tyler from 3, just off the mark. Polos getting the rebound, fires it back. He keeps it in to prevent the backcourt violation. Here's Stevens, wide open 3. He drills it. Stevens pulls the trigger and lets it fly. Fires that one outside. Hands it off. Pope kicks it out. There's a 3. And the Bees have a response. It's Ryan for 3. 55-51 in an exchange of 3-pointers to keep this one close. Stevens fires over to Polos. Polos to Tyler, back to Polos, who wanted to shoot. Here's Stevens. He holds. Back to Polos, who slows things down. Tyler, he takes it through the defense, and there's a foul on the Bees. So here's Tyler. Fires that one outside for McDowell. Kicks out. Here's Stevens. Wants another one. He gets it! Aiden Stevens. Back-to-back 3.
That Beeville 3-2 zone really killed him and left Stevens wide open in the corner.
The Bees try it themselves. Nothing. Here's Carter. Slows things down. Stevens. Back to McDowell-Reed. He wants in on the action, just off the mark. But Stevens nearly gets the steal. They get the lucky bounce. Stevens tries to put it back. Can't get it to fall. So with just over halfway left to go in the fourth quarter, 4:14, and it's a 7-point game. Still anybody's game.
Very interesting game. It's going both ways. They're both making great shots. They're both playing great defense.
And you know, the Bees right now, they're on a little bit of a losing streak, and it all kind of started with the North Stars in that last game a month ago, 72-51. And this one's been much closer. Bees definitely motivated by that loss. They try to keep it in, but it's going to be out. The Bees are starting to feel the poison from the North Stars.
Usually it'd be the other way if the Bees were stinging the North Stars.
But the North Stars, you know, really using their extinguisher spray, whatever you want to call that.
Using the heat from their star.
Right, exactly. Got some solar flares flying up, and you know what we're saying. 3:43 left to go. 58-51. Polos thought about it. Back to Carter. Carter drives down the lane. Can't complete. He falls on top of it. That's going to be a jump ball. The refs have not called it yet. Yep, they do. So it's going to be the Bees who get possession. .333. So the Bees working here down 7.
Bees, sorry for cutting you off. Bees really got to get some momentum going. They had to start scaring the North Stars, really.
They need some
OBSs going right now.
Offensive breakout sequences, yes they do.
Yeah. Production truck not really working for him right now. Seems to crash. McDowell Reed tries to get inside and
No foul called.
nothing called there. As a foul called on the other end.
I definitely saw a shoulder right to the face.
Ooh. All right, so we'll take a momentary break here on the Northstar Network as our athletic trainer Katie Clark looking at McDowell Reed. We'll be back. Welcome you back here to the Northstar Network, streaming on YouTube. I'm Joey Cox, your play-by-play commentator, joined alongside Jordan Piotrowski as we got a close one here. Northstar is starting to pull away here in the fourth, as there's Pope with a three, and they're starting to inch their way back.
Pope is making some hope for the Baldwinsville offense.
Giving them some hope indeed. It's Pope. Here's Tyler. He turns, and that one's blocked in front. Griffin with the clean swat out of the air, as they're starting to get that momentum you talked about on their side. So the Bees going to take one of their 5 remaining timeouts. We'll be back. We got a close one and a thriller for senior night. Don't go anywhere. Welcome me back here as a 4-point game, 2:33 left to go, and the Bees working with it now. Over to Griffin. Griffin wanted to go to Pope. He takes the shot from mid-range, and there's the putback. It's off the mark. The North Stars going to trail the rebound. Here's Stevens slowing things down. He's had some big threes here.
All CNS has to do is just protect the ball and run out the shot clock.
Yep. Here's Tyler working with it. You can see they're definitely
Playing
trying to milk the clock. Under 2 minutes left to go. Stevens tries to throw it up, kicks it out. Here's Carter. Can't get it to go down.
They did not want to give Beeville that rebound. Oh, that's bad news for the Bees right there. Out of bounds on the Bees.
Big mistake there.
Looks like he just kind of like dropped it.
So Petruno can't hold on.
The possession that Beeville did not want to give up.
Nope. Especially down by 2 possessions. And if the North Stars continue to milk this possession and chew down this shot clock. As there's Dems, he throws that one up and he looks like he got clipped there. He looks all right as he stays out. All right, so it looks like he just got a awkward twist maybe of the arm, but he's staying out, so he'll be fine. Here's Griffin over to Virginia, who down 6 here. Still 2 possession game. Virginia turns. He throws that one up top, and he's going to go to the line for 2. He's 1 for 2 today. Again, it's been a kind of a, not tradition, but a, what's the word I'm looking for? Well, whatever I'm looking for, it's ended there. It was a pattern. That's the word I'm looking for. A pattern amongst all the Beeville players. They seem to miss their first free throw. Well, that is ended there as Virginia goes 2 for 2. 3 for 4 here today.
Beeville brings it right back with a 4-point deficit. They just can't seem to get past it.
And they're in the bonus, too, so the North Stars really got to play conservative here. Stevens trying to work past Petruno. Kicks it out. Tyler over to McDowell-Reed in the corner. Tyler back top of the key. Back to McDowell. McDowell in for Carter, who tries to zip it in for Tyler, and it's poked free. Excuse me, Dems. There's Pope, who's given them hope. He throws that one up, and 1 for Pope.
Pope is definitely giving them some hope. Now they can bring it to a 1-point deficit.
Wow.
Within arm's reach with 37.5 seconds to go.
Within striking distance, or should I say stinging distance.
If the Bees sting the North Stars, it could be deadly.
Especially if they're one of those Asian Hornets or, I don't know. I used to watch Coyote Peterson when I was younger. Can't complete the 3-point play, however.
I believe the Hornets are Fayetteville Manulus.
It's the sting zone from Coyote Peterson. And there's a timeout here taken, I believe. Yep. So full timeout taken here by the North Stars as they regroup. Shot clock off, 28.6. The North Stars have it. 2-point lead. We'll be back. Welcome you back here. As the North Stars about to enter the sting zone if they can't hold off. As always, a huge thank you to our sponsor, Marzul Landscaping, for all of your landscaping needs. He's here in the stands somewhere, as he's actually to the left of our booth. His daughter's also out there doing cheerleading. So a lot of Marzul Landscaping connections right here in the building today. So as always, huge thank you to our sponsor, Marzul Landscaping. So we welcome you back as the North Stars again ready to enter the sting zone as they're going to get fouled.
As the Bees trying to get the North Stars into the bonus, so they have to go to the line. North Star's been doing solid from the line. They haven't had many trips. As they're 3 for 5. Another foul there. And now the North Stars are in the bonus. So both teams in the bonus. Both feeling the heat. So 2 shots here for Stevens, looking to extend. He's had 1 trip to the line today, and it was 2 for 2.
If I were Beeville, I'd really be hoping he misses both of these free throws, so that I would have a better chance.
Yep. Well, if he makes 1, still 1 possession game, but Stevens looking to make it a 2 possession game. That one off the front of the rim. The commentator's curse strikes.
I apologize to the North Star Nation for that commentator jinx right there.
Well, I had a little bit of a commentator jinx as well. I said he was 2 for 2 from the line, and
we both did it.
Yep, he goes. Makes the second one as the Bees take a timeout. So they're ready to enter the exosphere of the sun. No, that doesn't work. Anyways.
Polaris.
Polaris, sure. Anyways, the North Stars. And B's going to talk things over. North Stars working with the lead. We'll be back. We welcome you back. 1 possession game. Bees with it. Shot clock off. 25.2 left to go. A 3-pointer would tie it. 2 would make it a 1-point game. North Stars defense trying to hold strong here. Bees comparative to the other games. Is that one nearly knocked free? McDowell-Reed falls on top, and it's a jump ball.
That's a smart timeout by Coach Kyle Martin right there. The second North Stars got the possession, they took the timeout, and they were able to keep the possession with that timeout.
Exactly. So Coach Kyle Martin takes the timeout. He's got 1 left, but it's not going to matter. 11.7 left to go. The North Stars got it. We'll be back. We welcome you back as we have a nail-biter for senior night. Here's Tyler as he's going to be fouled. Well, this is not Tyler that's fouled. It's McDowell-Reed who's fouled. As he's going to the line for 2. It's still a 1-possession game, but McDowell-Reed, if he knocks down at least 1, actually is Stevens going to go to the line. He's the better free throw shooter for the North Stars. 3 for 4 here today. As just making 1 would make it a 2-possession game. Making both would make it a little bit more out of reach. So this will probably put it away if he can knock down both. As he knocks down the first. And he knocks down the second. And that's going to make it a 5-point game. B's going to take a timeout. Actually, it's going to be the North Stars who take a timeout. Still want to regroup and put together a defensive play. We'll be back. 5-point lead for the North Stars. After that timeout taken by Coach Kyle Martin and the North Stars, here's Petruno looking to get some more points. Pope, who's given them hope in the past. That one a put up. Can't get it back up, and that's going to do it. The North Stars walk away unscathed here on senior night. As we got some, looks like, we got Big Al out there taking his shirt off. The whole senior section getting involved. So that does it here on senior night. The North Stars come out on top 63-58 in a nail-biter. Thank you so much for joining us here on the Northstar Network. As always, a huge thank you to our crew, our camera operator, Owen Lynch. I'm Joey Cox. Thank you so much for joining us. As always, a huge thank you to all of our staff here at CNS, our athletic trainer, Katie Clark and Brian Buckland, our PA announcer, Daryl White, our scoreboard operator, Chris Pilata, our shot clock operator, Mark Vanette, as always, our facility manager, Joe Howell, and our athletic director, Tim Benarski. I'm joined alongside Jordan Piotrowski. I'm Joey Cox saying so long from CNS.